talked about recruiting. The early signing period's in the book. South Carolina has signed most of its targets here with 19 signed, about 4 hard commits, 6th rated class in the SEC, according to 247 Sports, 17th in the country. So what are some of the highlights for you?
What I'll do is I'll go on 24/7 Sports and I'll take the average of the class. They grade them kind of like you and I when we were in grade school. We'd get the 86 or the 90 or whatever. South Carolina's on pace in terms of average, in terms of player average. So Mark gets an 87, I get an 86, whatever. We'd have an 86.5. When you do the class and you average it out, South Carolina's on pace for the 3rd highest average they've had this decade. And I think he did really well. Now, you ask about guys that I think stand out. Number 1 is Josh Vann, another playmaking wide receiver. I think that's a guy you look at that's going to join Shi Smith and Debo Samuel and give this team speed and elite playmakers on the perimeter. Number 2, I look at J.C. Horn, another long, lanky defensive back, 6 foot, 180 pounds, was committed to Tennessee. I think J.C. Horn is going to be a guy who competes early on for a starting position. Number 3, I think you look at a guy, I know everybody's going to talk about Dakereon Joyner. Look, Dakereon Joyner is not going to be ready to compete next year, but his upside is tremendous. This is an athletic quarterback. He's got to develop a little bit. You may or may not have your quarterback in the future. We'll find out about that in time, but Dakereon Joyner is certainly in there. 2 guys that I think are wildly underrated. Kingsley Enigberry, a guy whose name I'm probably totally mispronouncing, out of Georgia, 6'4", 260 pounds. South Carolina went into the state of Georgia, beat out Georgia for him. He's a defensive lineman, probably will end up being an end or a tackle. That's a guy that can make an impact as an early enrollee. And also, I think the guy to keep a close eye on, Deshaun Fenwick, 6'2", 215-pound running back. A lot of people think this guy could be the future of South Carolina at the running back position. There's a lot of other good players. Hank Manos, don't want to leave him out, an offensive lineman that I think has a chance to be really good. Jovan Gwynn, another offensive lineman that could be very good. South Carolina, I think, signed a lot of high-quality players. The one thing that people can make the argument on, maybe they did not sign the difference maker. They didn't sign the Xavier Thomas, the KJ Henry, the elite-level difference maker that's on the level of a Marcus Lattimore or Alshon Jeffrey. But I think this is a very good class. I think it adds depth. I think it adds talent. And there's still a couple guys out there that they'll wait on for the actual signing day in February.